Technology affects our lives in many ways. That includes communication, entertainment, learning, and of course, teaching. Teaching in this modern day is very different from the past. But what does being a 21st century teacher really means? In this video, we are going to discuss the characteristics of a 21st century teacher. Without further ado, let's start!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In here, I would like to tell you about the teacher in 21st century. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Reta Ayusa Putri. I am college in University of Semarang in a majoring of office education. And I would like to ask you, have an idea for be a teacher? If yeah, you must learning about technology from now, because if you wanna be a teacher in 21st century, you must more learning about the technology. Like in the future, technology is number one. Teacher in 21st century will be different in teacher in 20th facilitator, because student will learning by self. We know that in today we have a pandemic, is like corona, and teacher who can the technology must learning about that, because the study of education it's use the online like Zoom, meeting, Google Meet, and others. Teacher in 2000th century must adaptive. It's like in the future, we know that cell birds will change with the smart bird. Smart bird is a bird with the smart, which is like click and click and click. There is so many education will show. The different with the and years ago, we learn use the. Do you think about the teacher in the future is better or not? In my opinion, it's more better, because the student will be more active than the teacher. Teacher will be a facilitator, and if the student have a difficult, they can ask. But if they not a difficult, they will search another education and science with herself. If the student usually do the herself, the student of the Indonesian or kids will be development. If they just the teacher asks, you must like that, you must like that, people are or the kids never be development. In the future, I think the student will be development more than this era. In around us, we will see the children on 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, they can apply the smartphone. It's easy to her, it's easy to them to apply the smartphone in the future to educate herself.